collective clear, talk about spirituality, life, a little bit of everything and anything. So come on in if you want to chit chat. Yeah. Anyhow, let's see what's going on here. Cool. Alright. So come on in. I am Larry Joe, SirenSong Lover. Should you wish to book a reading, that can be done at SirenSongLover@yahoo.com. Should you wish to sow into my ministry, which is incredibly needed and appreciated and loved right now, that can be done at Cash App Siren, capital S, Song, capital S, Lover, capital L. Yeah. So come on in. Let's see how we're doing. Got some stuff going on. Hold on. Cool. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got. Let's start with just actually let me go grab that really quick. I grab a sound bowl really quick and I'll clear out the energy. Double tap there, but apparently that's what was needed. Alright, so I am Larry Joe, SirenSong Lover. Come on in. I do tarot reads, I do sound healing, I do Reiki, womb healing, PTSD, inner child, all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, whatever intuitively is needed. So, should you wish to donate to my ministry, that can be done at Cash App, Siren, capital S, Song, capital S, Lover, capital L. You can book a reading or any service at SirenSongLover@yahoo.com. So we're going to do just a little ring and a ding ding to bring this in. It's like resonating off my ring. That's gorgeous. Okay. Okay. I'm feeling heavy energy up in here, so I'm gonna let my higher self drive to clear that out for a moment. We must breathe in and relax and release what is holding us. So today it feels there. Super tense. And that may just be me, that may be my collective too. Like, they're trying to keep us quiet and they're trying to keep us down because our truth would eliminate all of their lies. Because once you start bringing forth what they've done to you, none of that can be stopped. The thing that they need to fail, like the thing that they fail to realize, they have no power. They can't do anything. So they try to suppress us, but it always comes out. It always comes to light. So don't let fear overtake you today. I'm trying my best not to let fear overtake me today. Yesterday I was having a really hard time, and one of my sayings for the longest time was faith over fear. It's like, how do I have that faith of a mustard seed so that I can eliminate that fear? Well, then it started becoming freedom over fear. Let your desire for freedom from tyranny and suppression and silence be what propels you forward. Even if you're scared, keep walking forward towards your freedom. Don't let the fear of what your past is or was hold you in that place. You don't belong there anymore. So, okay. I want you to take a big breath in, hold it, and release it. Breathe light, breathe energy into those deep spaces that are holding on. They're holding on to fear, they're holding on to chaos and pain. Breathe into that discomfort. And when you think you can't take anymore, breathe into it just a little bit more. And then when you hold it and you release it, imagine that tension is popping like a balloon and releasing with you. So having pain here, we would breathe into it a little bit more to expand it even further to the point you think you can't. And pop it like a balloon. Let it go. Are you carrying pain in your back today? And depending on which side you're carrying it on is who it has to deal with. So for me, I'm carrying a lot of pain in my right side, which would be my masculine side. I'm carrying the burdens of masculines. So how do we let it go? How do we open ourselves? So it's breathing into that space, into that fear, holding it, because you're stronger than that. You're stronger than your own fear. Know that. Especially if you channel with your intuition and the universe and spirit guides, you are stronger than your fear. Be willing to keep pushing forward. Again, freedom over fear. Okay. So the biggest part of healing is feeling. You have to feel your crap. You can't run away from it. You can't hide from it. You can't medicate. You can't buy your way out of your pain. You must actually feel it to release it. Okay, so for me, I had a former love partner or love interest pop up today. And ironically, today was the mark of 2 years that we had met. And this is a guy I liked. Like, I don't really like to date. I don't really like to get involved or interested in people. And actually wanted to see where it went, except for he was never available, which is okay, but he would always say, like, oh, I want to date you, or, oh, like, yeah, we should get together, but then never shows up. It's frustrating, because it's like, I don't ever, like, seek out really truly wanting to date someone, so it was someone I actually liked. And for him to pop up today, so, like, my burden is carrying that today. That's one of many masculines, which is probably, again, why my right side hurts so bad. Like, I carry the burdens of masculines for so many. Like, my brother who abused me, like, essayed me as a child because I stayed silent and carried that burden. He was allowed to go out and continue destroying me and other kids and other adults. Like, he's still, after I walked away from my family, my brother's still trying to bind me and control me. And that's like my ex as well, like my big ex. I walked away, yet he still watches, and it's like, and the only reason he watches, because, like, he has a problem with me, yet he can never actually talk to me. Yet he creeps and lurks in the background, which I hadn't known at the time, but that's what he was always doing. And just torturing me and trying to find ways to take me down. So, yeah, like, my ex ruined our family and our life because he couldn't control his sexual urges or his greed or his love of money and status. So, like, the position I sit in today is because men like my brother and my father and my ex couldn't stop abusing me. Now, mind you, I walked away from them, and they continue to chase behind me and got a group to come after me. So my brother and my ex don't have a problem with me. They have a problem with the fact that they can't control me. And they've tried to do everything to do that, like, to the point of crippling me so that I would have to go back begging for their assistance. They've done everything to put me in a position where they could lord their power and everything over me. And I'm really freaking tired of that. Okay, I'm going to clear this out, and then let's go on from there. Do not hold yourself in prisons for other people's crimes. And honestly, if you're a man that's committed a crime against me, you should release me, because your whole house is coming down. Like, that's the thing. Like, all these people tried coming after me. They spent a lot of time, money, energy, manpower, and I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't messing with them. I don't care about them. I moved on. But they continually pop up in my life to the point that trying to date is impossible, because they're constantly having their business up in my business. Even though they're married, they're off living a good life off of my life. Like, my abundance, my everything. Like, my ex's life that he lives, I built that. And then he stole it from me, because he, again, felt like he deserved it all. He was the king. He got to have the castle, and he took my kids, my money, my health, my everything. What he doesn't realize is that that's all going to fall apart. That was wasted money and energy, because he can't hold on to it. He couldn't be a father or a husband, so now he's out trying to be a father and a husband to more than he had with me. He couldn't even maintain what he had with me, so now he's trying to do it with double trouble. Be so fucking for real. Anyhow, take a big breath in. This is for me. We're going to take a big breath in. Again, we're going to hold it. We'll ring the bell. We'll clear it. And then I'm going to pull some cards, I think. So, okay. going to put that aside for a minute because I do want to say I want to add one more thing on to that before I move on to cards. And I think the cards are going to be funny because I think they're probably actually going to come out kind of with confirmations of what I've been talking about. So let's, like the biggest thing you can do is be the generational curse breaker, not the curse maker. And this really hit today when I was having a conversation with my progeny and I had said how I had pattern recognition. They're like, just because you say something doesn't mean it's going to come true. No, I recognize the pattern. That's why I said, halt, stop. We're not playing. I'm not like, if I had wanted to continue the pattern, I would have stayed married to my ex but I said, no, we gotta stop it. So it goes back to being the curse breaker, not the curse maker. Like I worked so hard to break the curses and my progeny are still perpetuating it because they believe my ex and my brother and all of the family that abused me are correct in their actions. Even though these are all the same people that have abused them too, they doubled down on supporting them out of fear. So be the curse breaker, not the curse maker. I was willing to stand up against a whole group of people because I don't want my grandkids, when they come, to live the broken patterns that I lived, that my mother lived, that my grandmother lived, that my great-grandmother lived. Like, I stood up so that my ancestors, their efforts weren't in vain. It wasn't wasted. I stood up because they couldn't, or they were too afraid, or they were too overpowered. I honor my ancestors by saying, hey, this stops here. Like the pattern of alcoholic addiction and infidelities and that it stops here. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna do one more ring out and then we'll move into the cards. Let's see what we have to say there. Oh, my stomach, I'm really hungry today. The problem is I've got like $0. That was the thing. My ex and my family had money and they did everything they could to starve me out. And they still are, and it's upsetting because the lawyers and the judges and the police force are behind him. My therapist, like, that's the thing, like, these people that were supposed to be court mandated reporters, the lawyers, the judges, the police officers, the therapists, they all sat by and watched. My lawyer was supposed to, like, report abuse, and he didn't. If you want to know why women have lost faith in men, it's because the men won't stand up and hold the other men in the room accountable, and women can't hold men accountable. Only men can hold men accountable. So we live in a whole generation of men that think it's okay to hurt and destroy women. And I'm going to say something here. If we want to go back to biblical times, God did not make the woman out of Adam's rib. The woman made Adam out of her womb. So this line that we've been taught this whole time, that the woman is supposed to be tucked under the man's rib for safety, that's a lie. Women were always the birth of creation. And since the beginning of Christianity, or Christ coming, they had doctored it to be, the man's the creator and the ruler. That's not true, but okay. We need to start shifting those paradigms, and those paradigms actually have been shifting since before this millennia started, I guess. Like, before the 2000s, it started shifting into a different paradigm, and the reason why is humanity, society takes a really long time. So since the beginning of the 2000s, it's been the rise of the feminine. And like I say, it takes a long time, 24 years into it, and we're still being suppressed and subjugated by men. We're coming along, but slowly. And not saying that men are the only ones. Women do it too. Like, there are the women that fangirl the boys acting bad, like my former mother-in-law. Oh, the man is the head of the household. He is, under God, but he didn't believe in God, and he wasn't acting like a man. He wasn't. He was acting like a 5-year-old. So how could I make the man the head when he couldn't even keep his neck straight? So, yeah, I've had way too many women, including my own mother, who have fangirled and suppressed me so that the men could get away with their shit. Well, yeah. We need to do better, is what I want to say to all of that. We need to do better. When someone comes to you and they says they're having a hard time or they need help, that doesn't mean go support their abusers. That means actually, I really need help because, I don't know, it is really hard for me to ever ask for help. And if I have to ask more than once, if I have to ask twice, that feels like begging, and we don't do that here. So, yeah. Okay. Let's see what the Rebel deck has to say. We're gonna pull into the Rebel deck, and I know I've been just chit-chatting for a long time, but that is what this is about, is healing and releasing and allowing anyone else to know that you're not alone. I'm not alone. We're all going through this. We all need to stand up side to side and say, hey, we won't stand for this anymore. It's kind of like the movie Ants, where they stand up to the grasshoppers because they have more numbers than the grasshoppers. And the same is about our oppressors. We really do have more numbers than the grasshoppers. So we need to start standing up for each other, with each other, and saying, you know what, this isn't right. I don't like this. Let's see. All right, the Rebel deck's being sassy this morning already. And it's a fair message for me, too. The first one that came out was put the phone down, which, if that isn't a true statement, I don't know what is. Stop doom scrolling and get up and do something about your life. Stop doom scrolling. And I had to do that this morning because I sat and I've been awake for a long time today, and a lot of it has been doom scrolling because I couldn't get out of fight, flight, or freeze. So then I had to get up and show up. I showed up today. Here. And it was really hard. And I was really scared about it. And I know that doesn't make sense, but I didn't want to show up today. I was really tired. I'm tired of putting myself out there and feeling like I'm a freak show and people just point and laugh, and yet I also don't know how else to get help because I tried the conventional routes and none of that worked. I don't know. I was just feeling really freaking tired this morning, and I didn't want to show up, and yet I did. Anyway, okay. So put the fucking phone down. Show up. Too much screen time is making you awkward and sad. Go talk to a live person. Don't get stuck behind your keyboard. That's something that bothers me. Everybody's got so comfortable because they hide behind keyboards or screens or phones and do horrible stuff and then hide their hand. They're like, oh, I didn't do anything. Well, you did. And actually, with the internet, because it's all recorded and logged and everything you've said, done, it's recorded. So, all these people that really had to make my life hard through electronics, because they do, they've hijacked my phone, they've hijacked my house, they've hijacked my kids, they've hijacked my life, and anything I've done to try and get them out doesn't work. And I really need freaking help. I really need help, but everything that they've been doing is all recorded. So, like, they are going to the ops, because we like to talk about that with gang stalking and targeting individuals. They're going to have to turn into mandated reporters against their own people. So all of that video, all of those texts, all of those emails, all of those tricks, that's how they're going to have to become snitches and turn in the people that they were working with. So, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, that was... Be grateful. Shit could be so much worse. I don't know how I feel about that statement right now. I guess, yes, the attitude of gratitude gets you further. The attitude of gratitude gets you further. It could be worse. I don't know. I'm just tired of saying, oh, it could be worse. Like, I'm allowed to feel my shit. I'm allowed to feel how I feel about how it all happened. Anyway, if you are waiting for a sign, well, here it is. What the hell are you waiting for? Get it done. Be brave enough to get up and get it done today. I guess that was the message for myself, right? Like I just talked about doom scrolling and not wanting to do anything, and then I had to get up and do it. So please bear with me as I cry about having to work this morning. I'm tired. Make it rain. Money. Make it rain. I love that I had said how I'm so tired of working, but that's how we make it rain. That's how you get your money. You gotta show up, and that's half the battle. Showing up's half the battle. Recognizing that there's a problem is half the battle, because then once you recognize that there's a pattern, you can change it. That's how I spoke on recognizing the pattern in my family. No one else was seeing it or looking at it. I was the only one. So of course they thought I was crazy when I said, hey, this pattern doesn't work anymore. We can't keep doing it. You are giving away your power. You are a badass. Act like it. Okay. The cards are chatty. Ooh, thrown hands. You are a badass. Act like it. You are giving away your power. I love that for us. Okay. All right. Let's see what else. We got a few cards. Let's see what else we have to say. And actually, the reason why I talk about my story is so that other people can talk about their story. I've had a lot of people that were in position of power or authority over me that had no idea who I was, what I had been doing, where I'd been, anything about my life. But then when I started coming out and talking about my life and my story and how hard and impactful and everything that was, and this was someone that I've known for a decade, and I highly respected them, and they were one of my supervisors. And when I started talking about my story and they had said something like, oh, that's so dark or scary, or I don't get it. First off, I said to her, I'm glad you don't get what I've been through. Just like my brother's girlfriend, who she, again, brags about her childhood and about how protective her father was. Well, I didn't have that. So when I would talk about what would happen within my family, she would say something like, oh, I don't understand that, or that doesn't relate to me. No, you know what, I'm glad it doesn't relate to you. I'm glad you don't understand. But know that this is going on, and I need you to be aware of it. So when people say, like, oh, I don't understand, or that's too scary, I say, this message wasn't for you, and I'm glad it wasn't, but please don't stop it from getting to other people. That is the thing. You don't have to agree with a message, but don't stop other people from hearing it or receiving it, because you don't know whose life that could save. Like, you guys want to suppress me. You don't know who I'm saving. And actually, the people that are suppressing me because they're living for my light, anytime I put out content, that's how they feed. So they're actually trying to hurt the power supply, not realizing that once that's gone, they've got nothing. And they have surrounded themselves around the same people. So they literally are all just, they need my healing. But they also need to come about it correctly. like, that's why I know, like, my ex is stalking on my socials. Well, he needs that info so that he can do right, but he keeps trying to silence me so I can't get work out. No, if you actually fed me, I could actually do a lot more for you. So stop starving people off that you like, and actually start feeding them, because they're there to help you. So, like, the people that scour my content and then try and silence it, I'm helping you. So stop silencing me and actually start helping me. If you want more of me, stop silence me, because I am actually providing inspiration. Like, these are people that they served me a whole gallon full of poison, saying like, oh, it's okay, she can handle it, blah, 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 blah. We don't need her. Well, no, they do need me. Because, like, my ex's whole life that he's built, that was built on me. So, without me, that falls apart. Maybe feeding me instead of starving me was a wiser option, because when you mess with someone who is chosen or protected or has a different relationship with divinity and God, God's going to help me, because I wasn't doing the wrong thing. And every time I've been able to, like, here's the other part of it. I have enough places that I could have been petty, so many times that I could have been petty, and it was like God told me no, stop, because they were going to handle it. And that was it. I don't have to get my hands dirty. I just have to observe and watch and keep going and get as far away from the disaster as possible. Shame, regret, and guilt, those are just bullshit. Forgive, let that shit go. Okay. Fair, I guess. Fuck. Shit is about to get real. You need your people around you. You need to start protecting and healing your heart and doing better. That's for me. I'm out here trying to find my tribe. So, like, the people that resonate, the people that understand. So that A, I have support. B, they have support. They know that there's someone else out there like them. So, you may not like me, but it's not for you. And that's okay. Don't let it stop from getting to someone else. Okay? Okay. Let's see if there's any other messages of wisdom in here. And then, now's not the fucking time. Whatever you are thinking about, don't do it. Whatever you were thinking about, don't do it. Yeah, so, like, if you want revenge, don't do it. Don't use your hex hands for bad. And actually, I had a former high school... Okay. I have a lot of former people that didn't treat me well, like, in high school even, and multiples of them. And these were people that at certain points along the way, I had told them, hey, this is... I'm talking about recently, since, like, within the last 4 years, since I stepped into my roles. I told them, like, hey, that's dangerous, don't do that, you have to do this the right way, like, in the energetic spiritual world. They didn't want to listen. So, at least 2 of the men from high school and 1 of the girls from high school, I look at and go, yeah, you should have listened. Because one of the men from high school ended up OD with a girl that had been known to do that with other men. Like, she had been known for lacing drugs and men ODing, and then she would... But I had warned him a little bit before that, because he was playing around in the spiritual world, and I was trying to be like, hey, these are the ways to safeguard yourself, you need to protect, and he didn't, like, took off the stops and went full speed ahead and got into danger. And like I say, and he had a young daughter, he had a father with health problems that had passed, and it's like, yeah, you should have freaking listened instead of going the wrong direction, especially in that energetic spiritual world. Like, energy doesn't lie. So if you're acting sneaky around energy, energy will reflect that back to you. So if you're doing bad things, you can say with your mouth, like, oh, that wasn't the intent at all, but then we see the end results. So that guy, when I told him, like, hey, don't do that, and then I had another guy who was messing around with women's free wills, and he went to a practitioner to get magic put on women so that they would be in love with him. And then he said how he was being extorted because somebody had put a hex on him. And I'm like, bro, I was willing to help you. I was giving you the right tools, but you didn't want to listen. You wanted to do it your way. And yeah, like that didn't end well for him. So, I don't know. Okay. We're not going to go in the other Rebels deck. I'm done with that for now. All right. I am Larry Joe, SirenSong Lover. Should you wish to donate to my ministry, it's Cash App, Siren, capital S, Song, capital S, Lover, capital L. Money is the same, like money is currency. Energy is currency. So where we flow it is where it goes. Hiya. How are you, Sylvie? Is it Sylvie? Yep. Hello. How are you? I am Larry Joe, SirenSong Lover, pulling some cards. Currently from the Wild Offering Oracle. So I do general collectives for actual reads. That's done by donation and or cash, but I do general collective reads here. So you can definitely, if you don't want to pay for that, you can definitely listen along, see what you need to know. We'll pull some general collective energy. Yeah. So like I say, I'm doing general reads. If you want specific energetics, that's donation or actual pay, if that makes sense. But I would definitely love to give you the general tea, because if you're here, you probably resonate along the lines. So patience. If you've tried forever to shift a problem, there's probably something to learn from embracing it. May I let this be for now. Help me relax and trust every need will be met. Often change soon follows. Okay, so patience. You need to have patience. Whatever that thing is that you've been having a hard time with it, embrace it. There's a lesson there that you need to learn. So, because we'll keep getting the message until we learn the lesson. It's kind of like the check engine light on your car. So if you've tried forever to shift a problem, there's probably something to learn from embracing it. May I let this be for now. Help me relax and trust every need will be met. Often change soon will follow. So you need to have patience. If you're having a hard time, just breathe. This is my guidance for so many people. Breathe, rest, meditate, drink your water. When you're having a hard time, when you're freaking out, breathe, rest, drink your water, meditate. If you cannot do anything about it right this second, go do something else. Change direction and let your mind feel on it, okay? So if you're like, and I've had this happen to me too, like I'll be like, I'm so freaked out about this particular situation. And then I'm like, you know what, I can't do anything about it. So I would go watch a movie, or I would go dance, sing, read, play, draw, whatever. Go to sleep, and then the next morning that situation's kind of resolved itself out. So it's like if you're so stressed out about something, you have to accept it for what it is, learn the lessons it's trying to tell you. So that really is where you like go into that hermit mode and say, okay, how do I need to heal myself? What is there that I need to learn? And then once you accept that, like, can you do anything? Can you not? If you can, do it. If you cannot, don't. And know that that's okay, and just breathe and move on with life. Be always willing to pivot and or to sit depending on what your intuition tells you, if that makes sense. The readers are here to be confirmation for whatever you're already feeling. So when you come to a reader and you're like, yeah, I knew that already. Or sometimes we'll give you information and be like, I didn't see that, or I didn't know that. And then that's for something for you to ponder on too. So we're here as guidance, but we're also here as confirmation. It's like, does it feel right in your body? When you think about things, do you feel right, or do you feel ugh? So hopefully that message resonates. And yeah, let's see what else. What other message in here needs to be shared with us? I am Larry Joe, SirenSong lover. Should you wish to do a reading that can be done through my, like a personal reading, that can always be done through my website, which is sirensonglover.in or sirensonglover@yahoo.com. Should you wish to sow into my ministry, it is always appreciated. I am broke as a freaking joke right now, and I need assistance from every way possible. Like, I don't know how I'm going to pay my mortgage. I'm like 2 months behind, and that's how I keep being able to do this, is by being able to keep a roof over my head. And it's scary. Empowerment. When you ask the divine to take over, you get pulled into your own authentic power. I love that this card came out because this was coming up yesterday. It's a force of inner love that wants your wholeness and magnificence. Unfold my true and radiant self, universe. Okay? So, empowerment. And this is something I've had to do, and I wasn't born and raised religious. I didn't believe in any of that. I actually had a lot of religious trauma because of my grandparents and my father and just a lot of religious trauma because of my parents. So I learned, and I actually learned this the day before my mother passed away, I have to give it up to a higher force sometimes. And that higher force will say, okay, girl, I got you. And they'll literally help. So it's being able to ask God, source, universe, whatever you call it, give your problems to them. So again, that had come up for review the last few days myself. I was struggling with patience. And I mean, I'm still struggling with patience, but I was struggling with patience. And then the empowerment to it is I really did, like a few days ago, just have to, Thursday is 3 days ago now, say like, Jesus, take the wheel. God, take the wheel. I can't fight this battle. So I'm going to give that burden to you, because I know you've got a much bigger network of people, angels, demons, because the divine is also demon side. And what no one realizes is that demons actually have spiritual ranking too. And demons are high vibrational as well, because they are of the divine. So when we talk about demons, like, demons protect us also. So it's that, empowerment is saying, I'm too small, I need help. And then being enough to put that faith in your network to provide for you. So when you give it to God or the universe or whatever you want to call it, they'll start working for you. Be brave enough to give it up. Be brave enough to give your pain up so that it can be utilized for better. Okay, let's see if any other messages are in here. Abundance. Divine beloved, please show me how to feel fully deserving to receive. I release my ego's plan and open to being a vehicle for abundance. Okay. Abundance. Divine beloved, please show me how to feel fully deserving to receive. I release my ego's plan and open to being a vehicle for abundance. Awesome. So, give it up to God. Let them take the wheel for a little bit. If you need to sit in the passenger seat and take just a teeny little rest. And that's also, don't forget to rest. Don't forget to recuperate and breathe and heal. That's where our healing is in our rest. That's where we integrate and repair. Yeah. So, actually, I'm going to switch. We're going to switch out of these. Alright. Let's see what other information we need. Clarifying life situations. I'll just pull out this deck here. Let me take a drink or two. Hold on. Okay, so clarifying life situations. First card out, honest echoes. Listen to the whispers of your heart, for you know the whole truth. Honest echoes. Listen to the whispers of your heart, for you know the whole truth. You do. You just have to be willing to sit with it. You have to be willing to embrace it and honor it and not run away from it because you're scared. Ignite creation, harness innovation, fuel imagination, and witness manifestation as answers unfold in your journey of discovery. Ignite creation, harness innovation, fuel imagination, and witness manifestation as answers unfold in your journey of discovery. Okay. Start birthing your creations. They've been waiting too long. Start doing the thing that you want to do. Like, if you don't do it today, are you going to do it? So this is an example. If you're like, I want to go do that thing, do it. Let that be your spark. If you're like, I feel like drawing today, sit down and actually draw. Don't say, oh, I'm going to do it tomorrow when I have more time. Don't say this, that, and no, just sit down and actually do it. Trust the process. Embrace uncertainty. Have faith in the journey unfolding before you. Yes. You have to know that it's all working out. Planning phase. Take a step back and plan the necessary steps to move forward so you may turn your goals into reality. Okay. So you have to start creating the life that you want to see. Listen to the echoes of your heart. Create the life that you want to see. Ignite your creation. Trust the process. It takes time. Rome wasn't built in a day. So trust it and start planning. Cavern of secrets. Unveil the hidden wonders within the shadowy depths of Okay. Apparently, I can't. Cavern of secrets. Unveil the hidden wonders within the shadowy depths of enigmatic secrets and concealed wisdom. Your power, your information that you need isn't outside of you, it's within you. You have to go within to birth out what you want. You can't listen to what your mommy wants, you can't listen to what your daddy wants, you can't listen to what your brother wants, like your sister, your cousin, your boss, nothing. It's your life. And you have to tap into you to figure it out. Making plans. Okay, so strategic, making plans, creation, whatever you're on right now, you need to be building whatever it is you want and you love. And if it's doing readings, learn how to do readings. If it's playing an instrument, learn how to play an instrument. But start making plans. Start your course with intention. The future is yours to design and navigate. I love that this is all about building a better life for you. Do it. No one else is going to do it for you. The time is now. And you've got the resources. You've got the tools all within your reach. Okay. Okay, well, it was one card that was trying to flip out, and then it ended up 3 cards fell. So let's see what that information is that we need. And then I may hop in and do just some tarot pulls really quick. My phone's getting really hot, which isn't annoying. My phone's been getting really hot when I've been recording the last week, and I don't like that. Learning secrets. Stay open-minded and receptive as you uncover hidden truths and embrace the lessons that they offer. So all of this today is about going within. That very hermetic energy of like, how do you heal yourself? How do you build your life and not anyone else's? Clear the path. Embrace the journey ahead with an open heart, ready to discover and grow from the revelations that come. Clear the path. Embrace the journey ahead with an open heart, ready to discover and grow from the revelations to come. And then this last card here, create a new identity. Embrace change and rediscover yourself, crafting a narrative aligned with your true essence. Create a new identity. Embrace change and rediscover yourself, crafting a narrative aligned with your true essence. Be willing to change for you. Be willing to change for the people that you love. Be willing to change for your children if you have children. But create what you want to see in the world, because you need to bring it forward first. That was a lesson I learned also, was that if I wanted to see it in the people that I loved, I have to figure out how to do it first, or embrace it first. So a lot of that has been learning how to love myself the most and what I need. So, taking care of yourself is not selfish. And you actually need to unlearn that you have to be of service to everyone else. But you have to be the change that you want to see. So you can't ask anybody else to be that thing. You have to do it. All right. Okay, let's see. Knight of Swords. Charge forward in your life with swift energy and cut off anything that is not for you, that is not filling your cup, that is not making you happy. That's very Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy, swift, rapid. We charge forward. So do it. You may not know where you're going, but by God, you're going to get there. And you're going to use just swift logic to navigate that path. Let's see. The Magician. Okay. The Magician and Seven of Swords. So swords is you have to run away from all that betrayal. Or not necessarily run away, but it's like get to safety. Seven of Swords is you've had knives in your back. They've been coming for you. And this isn't meant to be scary, but it's meant to be like, wake up. If you realize that somebody in your circle is being deceptive, you need to get away from it. So Knight of Swords is charge forward. Get away from Seven of Swords, deception, heartbreak, betrayals. Magician is create the life that you want to see. Create your own happiness. The Magician has all of their tools at their disposal. Like they have all of those things that they need right there in front of them. So you are the magician of your own life. Act like it. And King of Cups. This is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Solid emotional embodiment. You know what you want. You're steady. You're stable. You can be out in that boat in the ocean all alone without anyone else. So King of Cups, this could be you. This could be who you're dealing with. But King of Cups you have to be willing to walk away from anyone, person, place, or thing that is robbing you of emotions. Cups are emotions. So in order to sit in that emotional embodiment of happiness and love, you have to be willing to walk away from those that are not serving. The Emperor, so very Aries energy, very take charge forward, like I'm rushing to what I want. So Emperor is you stand in your authority and no one can shake you off of your throne. So don't allow them to anymore. Build your life. Be stubborn. Fight for what you want. Emperor is Aries. The Aries is all about me. I want it my way. And that's great for those of us that have never been that way. So that's actually a fair lesson for me because my opposite side is Aries. And so my job is to learn from my Aries counterparts how to be more selfish, like how to put myself first, how to fill my cup and stand up for myself. And that's what Aries energy is all about, but it also is what it's here to teach us. So yeah, Emperor is standing in your power, what you want. It doesn't matter. You don't listen to anybody else. And it's not arrogantly, but it's like, you know what, this doesn't feel right. I'm not going to pay attention. When you do that, you bring in 4 of Wands. That's your stability. That's your happy home. That's you've built it, man. So start staying in your embodiment. Be willing to pop smoke from anything that's not helping you grow and be happy. Be willing to get away from that deception, heartbreak, betrayals. Create the life that you want so that you can stand in your King of Cups. Hiya, how are you, Gently Fierce? So you can stand up in your King of Cups and your Aries energy and bring in your 4 of Wands, that happily ever after, stability, union, happiness. So, yes. Gently Fierce. I am Larry Joe, SirenSong lover, coming in to do a collective read. I do energy clearing, Reiki, sound therapy. Yeah. Glad to meet you. Should you wish to actually book like a personal service, that can be done through SirenSonglover@yahoo.com. Or should you wish to donate to the ministry, which I'm in desperate need of the financial flow and go. I'm in desperate need. That can be done with Cash App, Siren, capital S, Song, capital S, Lover, capital L. So yeah, we're doing right now collective energy reads. Generals are, and those are donation based, and then so generals are collective energy reads, and those are donation based. Personal reads are done. So they do. They do take a lot of energy out. Yeah, you can totally chat and hang out. And that's the thing, is we're all here to learn and grow and community and communicate. So it's how are we helping each other build and grow? Readings do take a lot of energy. It is an immense amount of energy. And that's how I make my financial blessings. So it's like I am here helping, but that's my energy flow. That's my currency going out, because my hope is that as I go along on this journey, I'm helping others heal. Right? Yeah. So I come to do readings. Yes, it takes a toll on me, but I come because I don't know who's going to hear it and say, you know what? I kept going because of you. Yeah. So I show up for readings because I don't know who's listening and who may actually get out because they heard my message. I've had so many readers that I've listened to over the years that I'm like, if it weren't for them and their guidance, I don't know if I would have ever gotten out. So, King of Swords, this was using discernment to cut off the energy flows when you need it. Yeah, no, it's love and support and help, especially right now with the way of the world. We all need to be coming together, and we all need to be embracing each other instead of hurting each other. The world's too scary for us to be tearing each other down, because you don't know what your neighbor's going through. You don't know. So I am very much about getting out here and sharing my voice so other people know that they're not alone. Financially though, I'm not financially, it has been a toll. So I've been stepping on this path to be able to help and support and let others know hey, you're not alone. Because and actually I did have this conversation with someone the other day on Discord that they had said something about my story, and they're like, isn't it hard? And I'm like, yes, but when I talk about my story, that means that those people don't have any more power over me, right? Because I'm not sitting in the corner crying over them. I'm literally sharing my story, what they've done. The other part is when other people hear that story, if they've gone through it or something similar, then they do know, hey, I'm not alone. That girl actually did it. And it gives other people the ability to share their story and help other people. Because when I share my story and then you can turn around and share your story, how many other people are you helping by sharing your story? So don't ever doubt the small things. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah. We all need support and help right now. There are a lot of, actually, if you're over on the TikTok, there are a lot of us women right now that are being targeted and gang stalked and tortured by groups of men and women. But it's we're over here trying to spread love and support and help, and we're being torn down. So when you see someone, I see you, I help you, I can help you. I had friends that were very shallow, materialistic, and it was they expected me to show up and support them when actually, let's rephrase that. Hold on. And they were friends that they had said something like, oh, I helped you so much. And I was like, wait, what about, you didn't help me, first off. But second off, what about all those times I helped you and I showed up, or I paid for things that I couldn't afford? I couldn't. And not because, but I showed up, I helped people even when I can't afford to help people. And, yeah. Whew, okay. That was a heavy, whew, let's do some clear on that. Let's do some, so right here, we're doing some energetic, like some throat chakra clear. Just knocking off some of that binding or that junk. Okay. Okay. I'm going to ring the sound bowl because that was heavy and crummy. Actually hop out here. So I am Lara Jo, SirenSong lover. Should you wish to book a personal reading with me, that's always done at SirenSonglover@yahoo.com. You can go to my personal site just to see more about me, SirenSonglover.in. Please, should you see this message and you want to donate to my ministry, it's all appreciated. It's all helpful. I need so much freaking help right now. Yeah. Yes. It's the little things. It really is the little things. It's the smile at a baby in a grocery store, or it literally, like, the little impacts make a big difference. Like, when I'm out in public and people say, oh, well, you're just trying to be fake. I'm like, no, I'm genuinely nice to people, because you don't know how that can affect other people. Like, when I see someone that has a nice shirt on, be like, hey, it doesn't matter, male, female, child, young, old, nothing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the ethnicity. It's like, okay, that's a really cool shirt, or that shirt looks really good on you. And people say, oh, you're so fake. No, you don't realize how much your kind words or a kind, simple action can save someone's life. Don't let the hurt of other people turn your heart cold, I guess, because you don't realize how the little things, both negative and positive, change your life. And we can talk about how also with the journey to doing things, it's the little set, like, we want big things. Actually, I'm going to talk about that for a moment. We want big things, and we say, like, oh, that would be great if I had that. And what you don't realize is when you ask for those big things, if you're smart, you'll go and you'll start making the little steps to what you want. Because when you proclaim it to the universe, this is what I want. And I've used this example before. So if you say, I want to run a marathon, but your skill level is, I'm sitting on the couch and I haven't ever put on running shoes in my life. So when you start declaring what you want, then you will start aligning it, or it'll start aligning for you. So if you say, I want to run a marathon, well, you've declared that. Your friends know that. Your family knows that. The universe knows that. And if you're good, you'll be around people that hold you accountable and will be willing to help you. So then what you do, okay, I want to run a marathon. So then you buy a pair of running shoes. And then it may not start with right away, but then the next day, you put those running shoes out in the morning. You put an outfit out, and then and maybe that's all you do. Maybe you put your shoes on, you put your outfit on, and that's as far as you go. But then in 2 days from that, you actually walk around the block for the first time. So it literally is those little things of saying in your mind, because it has to change here first. You have to ask for it. You have to want it here first before your body will ever move in that direction. So when you say, I want this, you will start putting in the little steps. So you may not have any experience in running a marathon, and you aren't going to be able to do it in 2 weeks' time, but in 6 months' time, if you keep putting in the little impact, the little steps, you will get to your goal. It is also the same though, if you don't put in those steps, you won't get there. So you can say you want really big things and you want it now, but if you really want it, you will start doing the little steps to make it a reality. And that's honestly how that starts, is like, you can be in such a place of pain or heartache, and this came up last night, this lesson came up last night, where it was like, apparently I don't want to talk about it. Apparently I don't want to talk about it because my brain didn't want to let it go. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. It's putting in the little steps to get where you need to be. And do you choose love or do you choose hate? Because when you do things in love, you'll get further. When you do things in hate, you're going to get worse. So, yeah. No, well, sometimes spirit will stop you from saying. It does. So it's internal shift before it goes external, ever. And in order to clean up your external world, you must first clean up your internal world. So it's saying, starting to get very focused, very clear about what you want and what you don't want. As far as like not getting words out, sometimes Source will do that to us because we're not meant to share that information, or who we're around is not meant to hear that. So I do have to remember when I like lose my train of thought to be like, you know what, this probably isn't where we need to share this right now, or this is someone that would use that information in the wrong way. So when you get like the cat's got your tongue, that's Source being like, hey, don't be talking on that. So while it's frustrating to lose train of thought, it's also like a protection. It's a protection for myself, for everyone else around. Yeah. So, yes, everything starts internal and then moves external. So, yeah. When you find yourself silent around people, trust that. Or when you find yourself tongue-tied, trust that. Because there are people that are probably not in your best interests. You do have to use discernment though. So King of Swords using discernment, cutting away anything. And King of Swords is like, he can't get up off that chair, but he sure can defend himself, and he's got eyes in the sky because he has made comfort with his spirit animals and Source and universe. So be willing to cut away anything that is not for you. Okay? Alright, I'm gonna hop out. I hope you have a beautiful afternoon. Should you wish to meet up again, I hope to see you soon. Take care. Thank you.